Hi, this is Jeff Wortham, and we're here with Everything Landscape. This is my video blog. Today what I want to cover is using foliage color in design. If you're my client already and I've done a design for you, you probably understand what this is about, but I just want to kind of reinforce why I use foliage colors the way I do to try and create interest in the landscape and how some different ways that can be done. So usually what I like about it is it gives you year-round interest where you're using contrasting colors with the greens in the landscape to make something pop. And many of these plants, they have winter color that comes out, and so you get a secondary show when that happens. So let's go take a look at some of the different plants that give us foliage color in the landscape. And I think you'll get a good sense of why that's a great idea when you're doing landscape design. This is Japanese forest grass. Has a great texture and color. Back here you've got Spiraea Limemound. You see that lighter color is where the sun hits it the most. It's right on the edge of what it wants to handle, but it still gives you that nice color. See it contrasted with the darker green there. This is one of the Coprosmas. This is called Tequila Sunrise, and it has very interesting foliage coloration. This Pittosporum Marjorie Chanom, it's a Pittosporum tenuifolium Marjorie Chanom, variegated, beautiful whitish foliage. This is Foliage japonica variegata. The pink spots are some kind of stress in the plant. This doesn't look like much right now, but this is Nandina Firepower, and in the winter it is screaming red. In full sun right now this would have chartreuse foliage, but I've got it in some shade. You still see the contrast with it in the darker green rhododendron. This is the winter color of Firepower. This is Acer Palmatum Shaina, or Shaina. Obviously the red foliage, I placed it in that very spot for that reason of the red foliage surrounded by the green, and it really pops in that location. This is Echeveria Pearl von Nurnberg. That's a bearded iris, variegated bearded iris. It has an amazing blue flower that smells like grape Kool-Aid. This is Abelia Sunrise. Really nice foliage, looks great in shade with that lighter color. It's Loropetalum Plum Delight, and that is my favorite foliage color plant, I have to say. That plum color is hard to beat, and a lot of neat things can play off of that deeper color. So there's your Loropetalum Plum Delight. There's a strong contrast for you. This is Coleonema Sunset Gold next to Loropetalum Plum Delight on a slight hillside here. So I tried this out. I kind of like it. It's a bit wild for some people's taste, but look at that foliage color contrast. This is Coprosma Rainbow Surprise in midsummer. This is June. So as you can see, it has pretty cool foliage. As you get closer, you start to see the green in it. But this turns screaming pink during the winter. And see it contrasted against the green there? This is the winter color of Coprosma Rainbow Surprise. So as you can see, there's a lot of different foliage colors one can use in a design, and I've only kind of scratched the surface here with some of the ones that I showed you today. But if you're doing a design and you haven't started, some good examples of ways you can play with foliage color, and I hope that you see that this is something to really take advantage of, because some of these plants are dwarf And dwarf plants usually equate to lower maintenance. So you get your visual interest with the smaller plant and the foliage color without a whole lot of work. And I think relying on blooms too much to give you your visual interest, it usually equates to higher maintenance and a lower percentage of time during the year when you actually have that visual interest, because most plants don't bloom a whole lot longer than 1 to 3 weeks out of the entire year, and that leaves another 11 months or more of not a whole lot of interest. So use these different foliage colors in your design, and I think you'll find that that really improves your overall effect in your landscape.